Hi, my name is Jackie, and I am the manager of Firefly Fiber Arts Studio in Chicago, Illinois. We're a local yarn shop focused on sustainability and eco-conscious yarns. And today I'm going to teach you how to block something. So a lot of patterns, when you get to the end of them, they say block and lay flat to dry, or wash and lay flat to dry, or shape. And this, the video I'm going to show you right now, this is what they mean. So there are some things that I don't block, even if the pattern says to, like if you knit a beanie, I don't really think you need to block that. Or like a pair of socks, I think you can just put them on your feet and that's fine. You don't, if you want to block it, go for it. If you don't, that's fine too. But then there are some things that do need to be blocked so that they can be fully appreciated. So they look as pretty as they can be, and it can be appreciated for all that work that you put into it. Like a lace shawl, I think needs to be, you know, steam blocked or spray blocked or wet blocked so that all of those lace sections open up nicely. And something that I think needs to be wet blocked, which is what we're going to do today, we're going to do wet blocking, is anything that's done like stranded color work. So today I have a colorwork sweater that I've just finished. Here it is. This is the Soldotna crop by Caitlin Hunter. And here, I'm going to put this close to the camera. You can see where it's like a little like lumpy. In these colorwork sections, it's not laying as smooth as it could be. This hem here at the bottom won't really stay up. Or stay down, I mean, it's like wanting to pop back up. And all of those problems are going to be solved as soon as I block it. I haven't even woven the ends in yet. So we're going to block this and make it as pretty as possible. Okay, so I have filled this pot with just some lukewarm water. You don't want to use hot water because you don't want to accidentally felt anything. So if you are like, is this too warm? Is this too cold? I would err on the side of cold. I put this in a pot so that I could show you on this video here, but you can just, if your sink is clean, you can just throw your whole garment in the sink. You could use a bowl, whatever. When I block, I like to put just like 1 drop of essential oil in so that it doesn't really smell all sheepy. If I can get it open, there we go. And then it'll smell really nice when I block it. You can also use a really mild, gentle soap. Like I have here, I have a Dr. Bronner's. There's also like wool wash, like Euclid makes them. There's a company called Soak. I think there's another company called Tuft. Those are all gentle soaps. You don't want to use like a laundry detergent. That's a little too harsh for a delicate like merino wool or alpaca or something like that. So I've got my bucket of water and I've got my top, and I'm just going to stick it in here. And there's probably like this much water in the pot. It is definitely not full to the brim. And I'm just going to push down, massage it until it feels fully saturated. And there's water in all of the fibers. And this is a smaller sweater, so it's not going to take very long. And now, as you can see, it's sopping wet. So the important thing is that when you're going out to kind of get all the water out, I just do like a gentle squeeze like this. You don't want to wring something out like you would with like a rag. You don't want to twist the fibers. That's gonna mess up all of your stitches. So it's just squeeze just to get water out so it's not dripping everywhere. It smells nice and lavendery. If I didn't, it would probably smell like a little bit like a farm, but nothing wrong with that. Right. I'm just going to squeeze it a little bit more, but as you can see, it is not dripping wet anymore, which is what we want. Okay. So So I don't need my bucket anymore. I'm gonna move that out of my way. I don't need my wool washes and my essential oils. And I'm gonna get my blocking board out here. So if you don't have a blocking board, that is totally fine. You can use a piece of cardboard with a towel over it or just a towel on a flat surface. You definitely don't need a blocking board, especially for something that we're just laying flat. We're just gonna shape it and let it dry. Great, so I've got my board out, we're ready to block. So I've got my garment here that's fully saturated with water, and I've got my blocking board or my towel, cardboard, whatever it is that I'm using. And I'm just gonna begin to lay my garment out flat. Oh, obviously did not weave in the ends yet. And basically just kind of gently pull it so that it's laying smoothly. And then I can use, like I'm going to use this edge of the blocking board as a reference for my hem. I know it's supposed to be straight, so I'm going to just pull it gently against this here so that it's lying nice and straight. Same with my edges here. I know those are supposed to be straight, so I'm just gonna pull them here. And for here, I want to make sure, since it's a sweater and it's got 2 layers, that I'm grabbing both of the layers so that the top layer, it's not just the top layer that looks nice, it's also this layer underneath and I'm just touching it, make sure there's no weird lumps from the bottom layer. Let's go around the top here and lay this out too. Oh, and it looks so much smoother already than before. And this is pretty much all you have to do when a pattern says to, shape and lay flat to dry. This is all they're referring to, is just doing this. You definitely don't have to pin it. I'm going to show you how. I have these kind of fancy blocking pins. They're like a paddle with a bunch of pins so that you can do straight edges, but you don't need them. You can definitely just use regular pins. So I'm going to take this, go into the edge. Again, make sure, especially for the hem down here, that you're grabbing both layers. Like that. Grabbing both of the layers, pinning it in this corner here. And I'm probably just going to do the bottom here. Well, maybe that one doesn't really need to be there. I think it really needs to be here. And then I'm going to come up and pin up here where you see it's like kind of going in and back out. I'm just going to take one of these pins and pop it in here. Again, regular straight pins would be totally fine. You can pin them into your towel or stab them right into the cardboard. And I'm just making sure that if I want to adjust anything, I'm being really delicate. I'm not yanking on anything. And I'm just letting it lay smooth. So I'm going to leave this here to dry. I think that if you put it in a really sunny spot in your house, it'll definitely dry faster than if it's in a dark area. And if you, I like to, get it till it's just like slightly damp, and then I'm going to flip the whole thing over since it is 2 layers. If you're blocking something that's only 1 layer, you can just leave it. You don't really have to flip it over. And that's pretty much it. This is wet blocking, super simple. Hopefully this has removed some of the intimidation of blocking for you. Enjoy.